Okay, guys, we're moving on to the distributive property. This property is probably one of the best properties that we have for mental math. It will help you out tremendously. And it's something that's hard to grasp. You can use it with subtraction and addition. You have multiplication in there, all kind of good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to actually spend 2 days on this. So today's Thursday, and then I'm going to go back in Monday and get after it again with a couple sheets. So anyway, let's take a look at this. So it says follow the order of operations here. All right, well, these are pretty easy. So it's 6 times 3 and 9 is 12, right? And then we just simply multiply those two. 6 times 12 is 72, and we would circle that, right? So just kind of a little bit of a warm up, right? And that would be 55. Okay. And then 2 times 4, and that would be 8, right? So that's pretty easy. You know, we've been over that. But now let's get into a little bit more complicated stuff. How would you simplify this? How is this problem different? You see, we don't know the value of x here, but what we do know is that we can simplify this, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually write this over. So 7 times the quantity of x plus 2. And what I'm going to do here is distribute that 7 through this problem. Remember, we can't add unlike terms, but we can multiply. So I'm going to go ahead and say 7 times x is 7x plus 7 times 2 is 14. So this is what would be called simplified. We can't find the value of x, all right? It has a coefficient of 7 plus 14, and that's considered a constant. So that really is what the distributive property is. It helps us mentally, so it does, right? Okay, let's continue on. The distributive property allows us to multiply each term inside the parentheses by the number outside the parentheses. So that's what I did, right? Algebraically, we would say A times the quantity. Hold on a second here. Hello?
Hey, Mike.
Okay, folks, sorry about that. I had to pause. I got a call about my tooth. It's not good. But anyway, let's continue on. Algebraically, we would say A times the quantity of B plus C there, okay? So, you know, what we're going to do here is distribute that A through. We can't add like terms, but we can multiply. AB plus AC, right? Now, the distributive property also works for subtraction. We're going to distribute it through again. AB minus AC. And again, I don't know what those variables mean, but they certainly could be anything they want. They are variables. They vary. Be careful with your signs, right? We got to be careful when you're multiplying positive and negative numbers. And we're going to get into that. And I did that a little bit with period 1. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Each of the 4 members of the Robinson family ordered a drink, 2 slices of pizza, P, and an ice cream cone, C, right? So if they ordered a drink, all right, and there was 4 members, there's 4 of them, right? So it's 4, all right, and we're going to call that D for drinks. So it's 4 times D, which is 4D. Bring the plus down. Now, again, how many slices of pizza did they order? 2 each. So really there's a coefficient of 2 in front of that. So 4 times 2 is 8. Remember, the pizza is P plus our ice cream cones. Now, all right, each of them ordered an ice cream cone, and the cone is C, right? So there's really kind of 4 of them. The coefficient in front of that is 1, so it's 4 times 1 is 4C. And this is just another way to distribute it through. All right, let's continue on. Use the area models below to distribute. Okay. So what we're looking for, all right, is the area, the space that this covers. Now, I don't know what x is, but I know I can multiply 5 times 3. And that's going to end up being 15x. And I'm going to write that in there. So the area of this is 15x. We just don't know what x is. All right. Over here, we just have a constant or a number. So I'm just going to multiply the base times the height. 5 times 2 is 10, right? So if I wanted the area of this, it would be 15x plus 10. Don't know what x is yet. Don't care. But really, we simplified that through. Next up, 7 and x is 7x. 7 times x, right? And then over here, all right, we're going to be multiplying. Now, we got to be careful. That's a negative 9. Now, when we multiply unlike terms, a positive and a negative, we end up with a negative sign. So 7 times 9 is 63, and it's a negative 63. So now, if I was to write the area of this, it would be 7x minus 63. And that's a little abstract for you to understand, but, we have to keep working towards that. All right, let's flip it over there and take a look at the next page. Okay, just making sure my camera's right. And we're going to continue on. Okay, so now we're really going to focus on just kind of what I call the second level, an expanded form, right? And then after that, we combine our numbers. So really, and you'll notice I always do that. So expanded form is 2, right, x plus 2 times 6. And you could write that with a dot as well. But really, this simplified is 2x plus 12. So this equals this, which equals this. Let's try this again. All right, I'm going to write it a little bit differently. 7 times 5 plus 7 times p. 7 5s are 35, plus 7p is 7p. Okay? Okay, let's continue on here. 8 times 7 minus 8 times g, which is 56. Bring the minus down, 8g. Okay, again, here we go. 12 times r minus 12 times 9. 12 times r is 12r. I don't know what r is. Minus 12 times 9 is 108. Okay, let me check my camera and make sure we're good for the bottom, and we are. Let's continue our path here. We've got a few more here. Okay, so distribute the coefficient, all right, in each expression, all right? So let's go. 5 times 3 is 15x plus 5 times 10 is 50, right? 3 times x is 3x plus 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 6, all right, and again, is 72 minus 12 times 2 is 24. Bring the x along for the ride. 6 times 2 is 12x minus 30. Now we have two variables inside, but it's still not a problem, right? 4 times x is 4x. Remember, there's a coefficient of 1 in front of these, really. Minus 4 times y is 4y. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 9 times 4 is 36y. So you're getting the idea. These can all be simplified. And again, we're just multiplying. We can't add unlike terms. 5 times 2 is 10. Bring the x along for the ride. 5y. 7 times 2 is 14x, plus 7 times 3 is 21y. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 3 times y is 3y. So these are all samples of the distributive property. There's more to come. We will talk more about this on Monday, but go ahead and jump into your homework and do the packet. Thanks, guys.